Good day, everybody. Thank you all for joining this webinar. Today we will be talking about the PRAESENSA software release 2.0. I'm here together with my colleague Dominic Triple, so let's get started. Yeah, as you noticed, the webinar is being recorded, so afterwards you can still review it. Concerning questions, please save them until the end of the presentation. Then we will go through it via the chat function, and then we will have a look and answer the questions that are in the chat. So today, myself, Maarten Winks, Marketing Manager in EMEA for Public Address Voice Alarm, and I will be presenting together with my colleague Dominic Triple, who's Application Engineer for Public Address and Voice Alarm. Also working for Bosch. So what we want to show you today is to make you familiar with the new features that are coming with the software release 2.0, explain you a little bit about the application areas where these functions or these new features are applied, and in more detail we will also run through the release notes of the new software, a call station kit extension, which is one of the new topics, a network snapshot, wall control panel, and we will give a short demonstration. And then afterwards, we will have a question and answer session. So first, a small feature overview. So PRAESENSA 2.0 is a firmware release, which is available since May 2024, and it can be downloaded from our webpage. Once it's upgraded, then those new features are available to you. So what is coming with this new software? So first thing is the wall control panel support, which will allow you to add an additional device, which is now also released for the PRAESENSA family. It is also supporting the call station extension kit. We had some vulnerability fixes that are coming with this new firmware, as also the ability to make a snapshot from your network settings and download that. There is also another firmware 2.1. I've mentioned it here, even if it's not in the 2.0 release, but there is also already a new release out there. It's the firmware 2.1. And that includes our call stacker functionality, but that will be addressed in a separate webinar. So let's go to the first exciting new product that we have. So it's the wall control panel. This is a device which allows you to control audio in a specific zone. You can tune the volume and you can select the audio source, like streaming music or something like this, which is used for background music applications. It's an Omnio device, so it sits on the PRAESENSA network and is communicating control as also audio data in an encrypted manner. There will be more details and also a short demonstration on this from Dominic. It's available in two versions. It's the US form factor, and it's also the European form factor. You can install them in these wall-mounted boxes, which are in the wall, just as a light switch. And obviously, there are two different designs for the European market, as also for the US market. So this is why we have the two form factors. They're also multicolor, so it's available in black and in white. This is not an EN54 certified device because it is not used for voice alarm applications. This is merely a device which is used for business use of your public address and voice alarm system. So if you see on the next slide, here is a little bit the context of use of this device. So PRAESENSA is actually a pretty good system when it comes down to audio performance. So it has a dynamic range of 110 dB, which is really high. If you imagine that the CD is 96 dB, so it's even exceeding CD quality. So this means this is a system which can really be serving as a dual-use system, not only voice alarm, but also really take advantage of the installed infrastructure for business context as well. So we already had the APAS APA, which allows you to connect mobile clients to your PRAESENSA system and allows you to control music streams for background music through your mobile device, as also playing commercial messages. And now, in addition to this, we also got the wall control panel. So you see here the picture on the right. The wall control panel is mounted somewhere on the wall. Here it is a restaurant, but it could also be an auditorium in a school, or it could be a meeting room in a specific building. It's a very easy access that allows you to control the background music that is coming through the ceiling loudspeakers of your public address and voice alarm system. Yeah. So as you see on the next slide, this really allows us to bring dual use of one system into the premises, which means public address, background music, and voice alarm all in one. The system has the capabilities to really deliver good sound quality in all three of the applications. With that, it basically means for your customer, less systems installed, less systems to maintain, less systems that are consuming energy. So with that, we really want to position also PRAESENSA as a dual-use application, which is saving cost of ownership for the end user who is using our system. So on the next slide, there is another hardware extension that we have. So we already have our own call stations for PRAESENSA, a wall-mounted version and a desktop-placed version. We also have already a call station extension kit, call station base kit actually, which is the PCB of our normal call station. But our normal call station can also be extended with extension boards, and this we were still lacking for the call station kit. So we are now also introducing this this product. This allows you to add additional extensions to your call station or call station kit, enabling you to add additional buttons or additional status LEDs for either your own custom-made call station, or it can also be used for emergency panels, synoptic boards, for instance, where you have specific buttons that are addressing specific zones, with maybe some status LEDs, zone is occupied, zone fault, whatever messages that you want to indicate through those LEDs. So you can have up to 2 of these extension kits in parallel next to the call station or the call station kit. They can be mounted either side by side, or you can also stack them. And each of these boards has a space for 24 switches or buttons to be connected, as also indicators, up to 5 associated status IDs can be connected and can give system status. One thing important to know is that this is not EN54 certified, and it can also not be EN54 certified, because if you certify something EN54, it needs to be certified in the factory as the full product. Well, this is actually a part assembly that we are now shipping. It's for the end user to place in its own housing or place in its own synoptic board or whatever. This means this always needs to have a project-specific certification. It cannot come certified from the factory. Yeah, having that said, the product is available now. You can order it through our price list, as also the wall control panel. And now let's have a little bit deeper dive into the rest of the features of these products, as also the other features that are released with the firmware 2.0. Yeah, Dominic, I would like to hand over to you.
Thank you, Martin. Hello also from my side. Let's start with the release notes. The release notes include all important information about the new and also the former releases. You can find which new functionalities have been added and which problems have been solved. Additional, some notices, known limitations, and security precautions are listed in the release notes. You can download the latest release notes document from boschsecurity.com. Open the product catalog and go to public address voice alarm, and the PRAESENSA can be found under digital PA and emergency sound. And the release notes can be found in the download section of the system controller. Just in case you did not know, all system documents and like certificates, installation, and configuration manual, and also the software package can be found in the download section of the system controller. Let's go step by step through the release notes to see what has been added to the firmware 2.0. First of all, the PRAESensa, so the wall control panel for local control of background music, is now supported. Then the PRAESEK, so the wall station extension kit, is now supported. The network snapshot has been extended, and you can now download the snapshot as TXT file. Some visibility buttons in the password fields were added, and 2 vulnerabilities have been fixed. We will now have a closer look at the basic call station kit and the extension kit. The basic call station kit is already supported from firmware version 1.4, and the extension kit is now supported since firmware 2.0. The basic call station kit is an open frame call station to create dedicated full custom operator panels for PRAESENSA, public address, and voice alarm systems. It has the same functionalities as the normal wall mount call station, but without LCD user interface to facilitate easier mounting in operator desks or in wall-mounted fire panels enclosures. It comes with a detachable supervised omnidirectional fist microphone for close talking, with a press to talk button, and a separate small monitor loudspeaker. The kit has a CAN interface on RJ12 to 1 or 2 call station extension kits for connection of selection switches or status indicator LEDs, or to connect a full custom control board with switches and indicators. The interface is also compatible with a normal PRAESENSA call station extension, and 1 to 4 of these extensions can be connected to a call station kit. The kit only requires a connection to an Omnio IP network with power over Ethernet for communication and power supply combined. It can be configured as business and also as emergency call station. The call station extension kit is also an open frame call station extension to create a dedicated full custom operator panel. Connected to the basic call station kit, the extension kit is offering the same functionalities as 2 normal call station extensions without the integrated switches and indicators. It has a CAN bus interface on RJ12 to the basic call station kit, which is also used for power. A second RJ12 connection allows for loop through to another call station extension kit. Each extension kit accepts up to 24 external selection switches and the associated status LEDs. Up to 5 status LEDs can be connected for each switch. And these LEDs are similar to what the normal call station extension has for each key. The call station basic and extension kit are considered as a component that must be installed in a final product. The final product must then be reconfirmed to meet applicable EMC directivities. The call station basic and extension kit can also be used to create full custom emergency panels with the required functionalities. But the call station basic and extension kit are components of a final product, and yeah, a PCB alone cannot be certified for voice alarm systems. So the final product must then be reconfirmed to meet the applicable voice alarm standards, or must be, as Martin said, certified on a project basis by the responsible authorities. Okay, let's have a closer look on the extension of the network snapshot. In general, the network snapshot is needed for the network supervision, but with a possibility to export the snapshot, it can also be useful for other things, like to get an overview of all network connections for better error analysis and also for documentation of the system. If you make a snapshot with firmware 2.0, the time when the snapshot was created will be shown. And if the snapshot was created with an older firmware than 2.0, there will be no timestamp shown. By pressing the button Download Network Snapshot, the export will be started. The snapshot is downloaded as TXT file, so it can be opened with programs like Editor or Notepad++. Only the latest snapshot can be exported. On the left-hand side, you can see how such a network snapshot file looks like. First of all, you can see when the snapshot was created and when the file was downloaded. The lower part is divided into two sections. The detected network connections shows every single connection found on the network, but note that only devices configured in the system controller are queried for the network snapshot. And at the bottom, the supervised network connections shows only the supervised network connections. I will show you now some details of the PRAESENSA wall control panel. The wall control panel, PRAWCP, provides convenient local control of background music in a zone covered by a PRAESENSA sound system. In the PRAESENSA system, it is possible to configure a set of selectable music sources, the volume control range, and the operating zone for each wall control panel. Control is quick and intuitive, with a single knob for the rotate and push select actions. The color LCD provides clear user feedback. The wall control panel is PoE powered, and it exists an EU and a US version, which fit in the standard local wall mount boxes. The front panel of the wall control panel is available in white and black and can be easily changed. The following parts are included when ordering a wall control panel. So there is the wall control panel itself, either the Europe version or the US version. Then there is a white and a black front panel, a white and a black knob, and only in the Europe version, a white and black wall plate. On the right-hand side, you can see the difference between the Europe and the US version of the wall control panel and the different deliverables. How to connect the WCP? The wall control panel is directly connected to the IP network. One shielded Ethernet cable is sufficient for power over Ethernet and data exchange. The wall control panel communicates the BGM settings directly to the system controller. And the system controller adjusts the source and the level of the involved amplifier channels accordingly. Because only control information is exchanged and no audio data, the occupied network bandwidth for this function is minimized. WCP installation. The Europe wall control panel fits in a standard European round recess electrical back box for flash mount installation. Suitable square wall plates in white and black are included. So on the left-hand side, you can see the details of the Europe installation. And the US wall control panel fits in a standard rectangular US single gang wall mount box as shown on the right-hand side. IP network connection is done through a single cable with RJ45 connector. The device comes with black and white front cover, exchangeable to match the environment. Firmware update. Out of the box, the wall panel will show please upgrade on the display when connected to a PoE port. So use the latest version of the Omnio firmware upload tool to upgrade the firmware. Make sure that the use secure connection is unchecked for the first update, else you will not see the panel in the firmware upload tool. If you want to reset the panel to factory default settings, you can use the reset button. It is hidden under the wall plate in the right bottom corner. To access the recessed reset button, remove the wall plate and use a paper clip to press the recess button for 10 seconds. WCP operation. The volume settings of the BGM have configurable minimum and maximum levels. BGM sources can be selected from a list of BGM channels that are assigned to the zone. Selection is done through a single rotary knob with push action. You have a clear user feedback through the backlight color LCD. And optional, you can configure access control through pin entry to restrict operation to authorized staff. The next slides show how to configure the wall control panel. Under system composition, the wall control panel can be added. So add the wall control panel and select the host name. Under device options, you can activate or deactivate the following options. access control via pin code, and the music off function, which allows the user to switch off the music in his particular zone. The wall control panel is a non-emergency relevant device as it just controls BGM. Under zone options, you can set the minimum and the maximum BGM volume for a specific zone. It is not possible to adjust the BGM volume, for example, from a call station or a wall control panel to a higher or lower level than the maximum or minimum BGM volume setting, which is set here. You can also set the initial BGM volume. It will set the startup BGM volume level. It must be the minimum and maximum BGM volume. So between these minimum and maximum BGM volume. Otherwise, it is automatically corrected. And at the end, you need to go to action definitions and select a zone and add the BGM sources, which should be assignable via the control panel. Okay, I will now stop presenting and switch on my camera to give you a short demo of the operation of the wall control panel. You should now be able to see the wall control panel with my camera.
Yep, I see it, Dominique.
So at the moment, the wall control panel is in sleep mode, and if you press the knob, it will be activated. And as you can see here, the zone is displayed, and also the assigned BGM is displayed, and you can change the volume. You have here a line which shows the maximum, and you have also here a line which shows the minimum of the BGM level which you can change. If you make a press the knob again, you can select a different music source. Just as you can see here, the level will not change, just the source will change. And if you want to completely deactivate the music, you just need to select music off. And then, as you can see here, no music source is assigned. I have also here a call station. So let's assume I have CST BGM assigned and I will start an announcement. Then it shows that the zone is occupied by announcement. And once I stop the announcement, it will go back to the BGM settings. I can also change via the call station the BGM source, and it will also display on the wall control panel that the source has been changed. I can also switch it off. And if you wait too long, about 50 seconds, then it will go again to the sleep mode. So as you can see here now, I selected music off via the call station, and it's also selected here. So that is synchronized. You can either do it via call station or via wall control panel. And the last thing I want to show you is that I will add a access control. So I need now to go to the device options and add, as shown before, a password and save and restart my system. And then you will see that the whole control panel will lose its connection. No, it lost the connection to the system controller as I configured the system controller, and the system controller does a restart, and after the restart, the wall control panel again connects to the system controller, and now I need to enter a code or a pin to be able to change the volume or the source in the particular zone. Okay, now I added the code, and now I'm again in and can change the volume, or I can change the source. Just one last thing, if I press the knob for a really long time, then some settings of the WCP, which were shown before during the lost connection situation, were shown. So like IP address, firmware, and all this stuff is shown if you press the knob for a really long time. And if I press it again, I'm back in the normal menu operation. Okay, that's it from the demo of the WCP. So quite easy, but I think good enough for the user to control the local zone where the WCP is assigned. Okay, Martin, let's check the questions.
Okay, thank you, Dominique. A nice demonstration. Makes it very clear, I believe.